There's the bear. They call him Daddy.
What's up, guys? How you doing? Welcome. Seriously, how are you guys doing? Hopefully your week is going very well and all that kind of jazz. Yeah, I like to start off with apologizing for not doing the Let's Talk DIY on Monday. I honestly was not feeling all that great. I ended up sleeping most of that afternoon because, yeah, I barely got through that day, and it was kind of an awkward day, to be just bluntly honest. Yeah, so welcome to the vlog. Here we are. It's Wednesday. As always, I'm going to remind you, head over to PoonSauce's channel later today at 7 o'clock my time, CST. The dude kind of runs on the same timeline that I do. He's going to be doing the What's in the News PoonSauce thing, and you guys can go hang out with him later tonight. So, yeah, you got that to look forward to. All right, so, yeah, trying to think what else. Yeah. Oh man, I've been like sitting here watching Arrested Development. I'm trying to get through season 5, season 4. I don't know. I feel like that was kind of a bit of a beating to get through. Like, I was excited that they brought the show back, but season 4 felt so forced, and so it shouldn't have happened. But whatever. All right, let me see. I'm gonna turn this up a little. There you go. Thank you, E, for dropping that link there. What's up, Thick Nick? Yeah, let me just run some shout outs here. Let me see. We're gonna look at the chat, see who's been here. User Abuser, always number 1. Dude, seriously, you rock. You're always jumping in like right as I start the whole situation. I appreciate you, brother. Mike the Vaping Ape, how you doing, buddy? Hopefully you've gotten some rest because you live that overnight job lifestyle as I do. And I trust me, dude, I've been doing this shit for what, 12 years now, the whole overnight thing, and it doesn't get any easier. You just get used to it. That's just like the whole thing with that. E the Everyday Vapor, brother, seriously, Grindhouse, I've been tearing through this bottle, sorta ish, and I'm enjoying the hell out of it. And the Ocula RDA, really, really good combo right there, not gonna lie. Let me see who else we got here. AO Vapes. Yeah, him and Mike the Vaping Ape. They are actually doing their own kind of advocacy show and things like that now on Mondays. AO or Mike, if you guys are on, just put on what time, because I don't remember what time you guys come on. I know it's like right before the Ohmies, I think. Something like that. And seriously, go head over to whoever's channel it needs to, that it's going on and all that kind of thing. Drip Vibe Vapor, how are you? Thank you for stopping by. Stu Rep, how you doing, brother? 808 Recon Ghost. Vapes, how are you? And Thick Nick, seriously, brother, thank you for joining me. I know you're out and about and being a busy man, so I appreciate you stopping by. 2 p.m. Okay, so you come on like right before I do on Mondays. So there you guys go. So you could have like a nice like 2-hour block and things like that to like come hang out and all that type of situation. Or how, I don't know. How long is your guys' show? Do you guys do the full hour, or do you do a little less than that? Toril Holman, how are you, man? Thank you for stopping by. Yeah. So we're gonna jump into. Yeah, dude, Grindhouse is awesome, man. Yeah, dude, coffee. Seriously, I know it sounds stupid and redundant, but pair it up with a good coffee, and you're gonna have a good morning right there. Or if you drink coffee like the Garrity's do at any time of day, you're gonna have a good time. Because seriously, the Garrity's, if you guys want to know coffee, go hit up the Garrity's. They know coffee. They know their coffee, and they know coffee. All right, I'm gonna jump into some what I've been vaping and all that kind of thing. Yeah, we try to finish so you can start time. We do 1 hour show. All right, cool. Well, there you go. Go hang out with AO and Mike. talk some advocacy stuff. I mean, I'm actually liking that more and more people are trying to do advocacy related shows, not just the whole hangout kind of thing, or hangout and then some advocacy and then like more other things. Doing more of a combination of actually talking more about advocacy and pushing more, trying to do that kind of thing. And we'll get to that in my show here in a bit. All right, so let's do some what I've been vaping. All right, so what I've been vaping. I got this guy in, and I've been vaping on this for a bit. I just did the review for the mech itself. It's the Just Right Unicorn, and on top of that, I have my gold recoil. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna bring back an old school. Oh yeah, and that one I do have Dragon Shake from Deep Cuts, because seriously, Deep Cuts juice. I need to hit up Eric and be like, bro, I need more juice. But what I was talking about was, this has been like one of those ride or die for me. This guy has been like in my rotation forever and ever and ever and ever, and I had to bring it back. I just felt like this is something that I needed back in my life. And I'm very happy about making that choice. I will say, keep your contacts clean, because seriously, you will not, especially with mechs, they will act like shit if you do not keep your maintenance up on mechs. Keeping your contacts clean. I was trying to figure out why this thing was just not hitting properly. Like, out of all my rigs, this one has always been the pain in the ass out of all the rigs I've ever owned. And I realized that the spring on it was completely torn as shit. Which button do you hate, Ayo? Which button? Because I just went through two different ones. So I actually changed out the spring, and it is actually vaping very amazingly now. And it makes me really happy. Seriously. And in that, I got Parade Maker from IVC. Seriously, one of my top favorite IVC juices. Like, Parade Maker is one of those things that just surprised me out of left field. It has hazelnut, and I hate hazelnut. Like, the smell. Oh, the MDX. Yeah, this button is really stiff. Personally, like, I've already worn it down to where it doesn't give me issues. But yeah, initially, that button was kind of a pain in the ass. Okay. But yeah, Parade Maker just came out of left field, and I was all like, Jesus, I forgot how much I love this juice. Hazelnut is something I don't like, and in this, it makes me really happy. So yeah, we already went through 2 recoil stuff, and we're just going to continue the recoil train. Yeah, it's a Mushroom Head shirt. This is, actually one of their concert tees. Fuck, I don't even know what year it's from. I think it was when they were doing the 20-year anniversary or something like that. I actually got to catch that tour, and it was an awesome, awesome tour. That's when they started doing all the blacklight stuff. I actually remember that concert. They were doing all the blacklight stuff, and they had like even the water that they splash on the drums that they have off to the side. They had like crazy neon paint coming off them and shit like that. It was like the coolest show ever, except for when I got tackled by one of the security guards. That was a fun story. But yeah, just like going through all the stuff, like, and I know, like, if you guys watched Ken's live last night, he was talking about trying to like use stuff that you like versus trying to do reviews. You tend to like lose all the stuff you like, and it stays somewhere back there, and you just end up with a bunch of review stuff. And I was like, you know what? I miss using my hexomes. I want to use my hexomes, so I brought this guy back. This is my green hexome with my green recoil, original OG recoil right there, and that stabby wood door guy right there. Still love, like, this is actually like my top favorite setup right here. And then that I got from, again, IVC Hipster Boulevard, which is a chai latte. Not gonna lie, it's pretty decent. I've actually tried mixing chai, tea, latte kind of juices before, and it's one of those weird things of like, I've never been able to mix it properly. It's always tasted gross, and this is actually pretty damn close. Maybe a little bit more creaminess, but either way, I'm liking it. All right, let's see. Oh, okay. Yeah, S2 Ep, you've been listening to them since they started. Yeah. I started around like the second album, or well, not the second album, because I know they have all the crazy demos that came out before that, but like whenever 13 came out, and which one was it? I think it was like the second single they put out. I can't remember. Oh yeah. The rig guy. Yeah. I think his name was Steve. Yeah, I think his name was Steve. But yeah, I remember that because we even they were doing a GoFundMe, and on the Ohmies we talked about it shortly. Yeah, I love rig mods. I've been wanting to get an Outlaw or a Descendant forever, but I just never gotten around to it. But yeah, that still. I mean, I even have a rig pig here, which again, clean your contacts. I cleaned the hell out of this thing, took it completely apart, and yeah, awesome stuff. It's a spicy meatball in there. That series life. But yeah, Hipster Boulevard, really really good juice. And lastly, I'm just gonna go with this guy, mostly because it is Warlock Wednesday. Warlock's Hammer. Still rocking the profile on there. Not gonna lie, still just loving this whole setup. And in that, I still am rocking the from Artist Liquids, My Sweet Dragon. Really liking that juice. It's one of those weird things. I'm a more of a bakery, desserty, and like more like coffee drinks, I guess, style kind of vapor. And I've been exploring more and more like into fruits, and even like I got this one, which is from Superb. This is what's in the rig pig actually, but I got this from Superb. It's really good. It's a strawberry lemonade, and it's got like peach strawberry lemonade. It's pretty good. I'm liking it, especially for like it's a menthol juice, and I am never really good at menthols, and that one actually does not really like make me cough or anything. So, you know, really awesome stuff right there. All right, so yeah, awesome sauce. So we're gonna jump into doing some beer. I don't know if I did this backwards or not. I don't remember how I normally do this, even though I did this last week. But either way, we're gonna jump into some beer, and this is a very interesting beer. I'll talk about it here in a second. All right, so beer. I think I mentioned this last week, but I actually went to where I buy my beer. I talked to my beer guy because he was actually there, and I was all like, "Hey, I want beer," and then he's like trying to get me all this, and he started showing me IPAs, and I'm like, "Bro, I don't do IPAs. I hate IPAs. They're not my thing." And he's all like, "This is one of those change my mind IPAs." He told me to try this one and give that a shot and see how I feel about it, and we're gonna check it out. We're gonna check it out and see how it goes. So this is DDH IPA, double dry hopped Indian Pale Ale Series 10, Eldorado. And yeah, okay, it has like the hop styles that it has in it. And some warnings. Drink immediately after refrigeration. It's a 7%. It's from Tupps Brewery. And I really should have done some research on this beer, but you know, whatever. Fuck it. We're just gonna go into it. So I got this this tall boy right here for this guy, and we're gonna do the nice little pour right now. Don't you just like hate trimming your nails and then afterwards trying to open cans? It's kind of a pain in the ass for me, at least. Benjamin Lopez, brother, how you doing, man? Seriously, I haven't talked to you in for fucking ever, bro. Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, that is one hazy bastard, which, not gonna lie, that intrigues me. That seriously looks like orange juice. Oh yeah, that's full on hoppiness. Oh man. I don't know. I'm not looking forward to this now. We'll see. All right. Well, as you can see, it's a little bit heady. It's got some legs. Sticks to the side of your glass and all that kind of thing. All right, let's give this a try. Okay. It's got a little bit of an orangey taste, like citrusy. It's actually really good. Not gonna lie. Like as far as IPAs go, I'd be willing to give this another try. I can see, and there's that weird like taste that stays in the back of my tongue, and that's part of why I don't like IPAs because it's very earwaxy. Okay, it's starting to turn more and more like what you'd expect out of an IPA. All right, well, we're gonna do some pairings here. We're gonna go with like obvious choices. We're gonna try that what I keep forgetting the name of this stupid juice. The My Sweet Dragon, which is like a dragon fruit gummy bear or something like that. All right, let's see. Okay, not bad. It actually mellows down that the hoppiness of it. That's not bad. All right. All right. So far, okay. I'm enjoying it so far. We'll see how far down I make it down this glass, but so far I'm enjoying it. Like I said, I'm not an IPA guy. I don't like them. I don't care for them. And every time anybody tries to sell me an IPA, I'm like, bro, I'm probably gonna hate it. It's like everybody always tells me to go after Dogfish Head 120-minute IPA. That stuff is disgusting. I am so sorry if you like it. That's more for you, bro. That's all I can really say at that point. All right, we're gonna go with the what is it? Transistor Nectosphere, and I got that in the Pontus Skyfall combo here. Let's see if I can get this going. Okay, I don't know. That's a weird taste. It's good, but it's weird. Trying to think of it's very familiar, but I don't know. It's very earthy. I'll give you that much. It makes it more earthier. More earthier. I don't know. Never actually done like a series beer pairing, so we gotta check them wicks because if this thing is dry, that's gonna suck. But it is not. But we're gonna do a series vape beer pairing. So we're gonna do the Superb Peach. Was it peach strawberry lemonade? We're gonna see, and this is also mentholated, so you know that says a bit of what's gonna happen here. Yeah, I'm still trying to think of what that taste is, but it makes it really familiar. That was actually pretty decent. All right, so Superb is really winning out on this one. No, it does not taste like roots. It's not like roots. It's just like earthy is like the best way to explain it. More like I can't really say, you know, what it tastes like, but Ben definitely knows what I'm talking about because he imbibes in this quite heavily. Because I know Ben like that. He's actually if you guys see Benjamin Lopez in the chat, he's actually one of my old band members from back in the day, like right out of high school and stuff. He was one of my brother's friends. He played guitar with us, and then he had to move away because sadly he had to move away. So, you know, but he's still one of my closest friends and shit like that. Well, there's that. Yeah, you kind of got that one, but no. Alrighty, so what was I gonna do next? Okay, we're gonna. I don't know. Should I go with Millionaire or What is this one called again? Nightshade, which is the Mountain Dew juice. Don't be telling the past. I'm gonna tell the past all I want. Most people know I was in bands and stuff back in the day. All right, let's give the Nightshade a try. Oh, that was a good burp. Yeah, the hops just came out of my nose. That was weird. Okay, that one was not so much. Not so much. Let me put this over here and make sure this isn't dry because I haven't checked it in a minute. You forget what still has batteries in it, what doesn't have batteries in it, and all that type of situation. But yeah. What's up, Texas Cloud Town? How you doing, dude? We'll say, Ben, I'm sad I won't be able to like actually hang in June, but we're still gonna hang out, bro. Just with them changing everything the way they did, it kind of screwed shit up for me, and it is what it is. Alright, well, let's give this a try. This is the Mango Millionaire. We'll see how that goes. Okay, that brings out the hoppiness a lot more. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to go for my end-all be-all, which is this one right here. In here I have, what is it called? Naul, which is like a cuties tangerine kind of thing. And I feel like since the Nectosphere did pretty good, this should do awesome in here. So we'll see. All right. Yep, that's the winner right there. I'm sorry, but when it comes to like anything that's non-stout or porter, this guy right here, it's amazing and it makes me so happy. Okay, yeah, sure. Texas Cloudtown, yeah. We're talking Houston at that point. We're gonna see if we can go to a vape showcase, and I know Texas Cloudtown is down, and a couple other folks are down, and I'm excited about that. Hopefully, we get to do that. Yeah, dude, trust me, I get you, bro, Benjamin, I get you. That's one of those things of like trying to get off work and all that kind of thing. It always gets all so screwy with the scheduling and shit. All right, so that was beer. Now we're going to jump into some more serious stuff, and we're going to do some news and advocacy time now. I did not click that properly. Just putting that out there. All right, so how's everybody doing? Back to news and advocacy stuff. Ayo, you're coming down for showcase too? Dude, I am excited now because I know Mike is doing it. Yep, my wifey's here. I know Mike is doing it. I know Nick Bissett and Vapor Swaggins are coming down for showcase. Stan, obviously, because it's in his backyard, basically. And, you know, it's one of those weird things of like, there's going to be a lot of friends out there. So, friendship times. I'm excited because here's the thing. When it comes to expos, I've gotten to a point where I'd rather go to be able to have an excuse to hang out with my friends, because otherwise it's really hard to make time to hang out with friends. It really is. So going to a expo, it's more about hanging out than actually being at the expo and seeing all the crap they have there. I will say I am actually working towards you're out, Mike, you're out. Oh, dude, I am so sorry. Lethal Coils, how you doing, brother? I am actually working towards getting a booth, or not a booth, but a spot in the Modders Gallery for showcase. and hopefully I can, and that way I could actually sell some coils and just hang out and all that kind of thing. Maybe build up some atomizers and all that type of situation. I might need to like get some cotton bacon, and because not every, like, okay, I am a native wicks guy, but not everybody likes native wicks, so I might have to accommodate for that and get some bacon, some cotton bacon. Let me see what else. So, oh yeah, so news and advocacy as always. Be your own advocate. Don't just wait for the next guy to do everything for you, because that's just not, it's just one of those things of like, you can't just wait for somebody to do things for you and not expect yourself to actually do something. And it just turns into one of those things of like, we can't become dependent on somebody else to tell us when things are happening. You know what? Be proactive, not reactive. It's one of those weird things. Like, I mean, me and my wife talk about this a lot. When it comes to advocacy, a lot of us tend to like react once things are happening, but we don't try to stay aware. We don't try to stay on top of things enough to where we're like in the know about shit that's going on. And in all reality, you can really go onto your local website, like for state, for your city government, and you could check out what they have going on. They tend to post everything that they have to do because it has to be public knowledge. Now, not everything is public knowledge, but for the most part, they tend to keep a lot of this stuff public knowledge, or they have like town meetings and things like that you can go to and talk and all that thing. You know, so it's one of those things of like, you actually have to do something for yourself to be able to push on, because you can't just wait for like CASA, Not Blowing Smoke. They're great organizations. Don't get me wrong. They really are amazing organizations, but you still have to be able to do something for yourself. It just turns into one of those things. I will say, I want to do a correction from this past Monday's Vaping with the Ohmies. Nick Garrity texted me, and I completely did not find a good point to talk about this. But here in Texas, T21 has not passed entirely. It has passed the Senate. It needs to go into the House and then to the governor's desk. So we still have a chance. We still have a chance to fight T21 here in Texas. So hit up your representatives. Let them know, hey, we are not wanting this in our state. We do not want this here. And let your voice be heard. If you really feel that way, let them know. When it comes to T21, it does not affect me personally. It does not. But I personally do not feel that. How are we going to do that kind of shit where, God, I'm like losing my train of thought. How are we going to do things where in certain cases you can be treated as an adult, and in others you can't, in some cases you can be treated as an adult, and in others you can't make adult choices? How does that make any sense? It just does not. You can be tried as an adult, you can vote, but then you can't, you can enlist as an adult, but you can't. I'm even like, I don't know, like even alcohol bothers me to a point. I understand why, and I mean, shit, I grew up in the generation that didn't get to buy alcohol at 18, but at the same time, it's like, you're allowed to make all these adult choices, but then you're not allowed to do a bunch of other ones. It just makes no sense to me. Stu Rep says Ohio's about to have that happen too. Yeah, you guys are gonna go T21. I've been noticing that, like, it's kind of like a widespread virus at this point, that everybody's going T21, and it's just horrible. I just don't get it. And at least personally, at minimum, if they could give us military pass, you know, because that's one of those things I feel that's a disservice to veterans, that it doesn't really help them out, because in the military they have a different set of rules. They don't live by like the rules we do, but when they come back to civilian life, they have to readjust. And if they are smoking or vaping, then they have to abide by this T21 thing. And if they're between the ages of 18 to 21, they are not allowed to continue that. And it's one of those things of like, it's quit or die at that point, you know. And and then they could go to prison, they can go to jail, whatever, for breaking a law just because of something that they didn't have to deal with in the military, but then when they come to civilian life, they do. It's it's fucked up. At least, at least give us that. But even then, I just don't want it. Period. I feel that if we give them that little inch, that full mile is just gonna like turn into all sorts of things. Aspen Company just banned all vape products. Okay. Aspen, Colorado. Really? How does that work? Like, is it ban of sales, ban of ownership, ban of where you can use them? That is ridiculous either way. But I mean, okay, like here in Texas, we have weird laws like you can buy and you can sell a butterfly knife, but you cannot own one. If that makes any sense. So if you guys want to really talk about weird fucking laws that just make fuck all sense. All right, so I got some news articles for you guys, and we're gonna jump into them. So this was published, was it Tuesday? By let me see, where is it? Who did it? Angela Garrity. Awesome Angela Garrity. She is on top of shit. Seriously, like I've actually hung out with the Garritys at their house, and I've watched Angela just sit there typing away while me and Nick talk. And it's like the craziest thing to watch because she's just like, and it's like she's such a fast typer, and you just hear that like keyboard just going clack 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 clack. It's like the most insane thing to watch. All right, so McConnell reveals Tobacco-Free Youth Act. So here it is. ABC News reports Senator Mitch McConnell of Kentucky reveals federal legislation to raise minimum age purchase for tobacco and vaping products to 21 across the U.S. This announcement was anticipated as the information was previously reported by Vape last month. The Tobacco-Free Youth Act is bipartisan measure led by McConnell and co-sponsored by Senator Tim Kaine of Virginia. And backtracks on McConnell's word to deliver last month of military exemption. It also does not block states from taking further aggressive steps on tobacco and vaping products. McConnell said on the Senate floor yesterday, "We will make enacting bill one of the highest priorities." So yeah, they're pushing this whole tobacco-free youth crap. And here's the thing. They can push all the laws they want. They can push anything they want. Personally, I started at 13. The legal age when I started was 18. Did that make a fucking difference? Did that really stop me from picking up a cigarette and starting to smoke? It's one of those weird things that they keep thinking that just because they push all these laws and things like that, kids aren't going to get into this shit. And here's the thing. Kids between like the ages of whatever to legality do it because it's illegal, and they're fucking telling the man off, and they're telling him, you know what, fuck you. That's what kids think they're doing. In all reality, they're probably doing something incredibly harmful to themselves, but in their little tiny minds, they're thinking, I am telling an authority figure to go fuck themselves. At least in my mindset, that's what it was. I had like the weirdest brand of rebellion where I stayed within a margin, just so like that I stayed under the radar, but at the same time did a bunch of weird fucked up shit. I vandalized. I ran from cops several times in my life, and this is one of those things, like, you just kind of do things just because you're a teenager and you just want to defy somebody or something, Let me see. In Ohio, butterfly knives can be bought and sold and owned if the handles are not black or silver. What does that even mean? Okay, I'll go ahead. Let's see. Sales in possession. Okay, so that's bullshit. It also says that it's illegal to sell or possess vape products. Okay, so that just makes things difficult on people. And okay, I've said it a million times, and I feel like I repeat myself on this point, but like, how does that make any sense? Like, this is a healthier alternative to cigarettes. I know we're not allowed to say that, but at the same time, we have the data, we have the information, And yet they keep trying to push this. And I know it just boils down to money, to the mass settlement agreement and shit like that. And I just feel like, I get your fucking pockets need to be lined and your job needs to fucking stay intact. But at the same time, what the fuck, dude? Like, seriously, you're supposed to be a representative for the better good of the people. 90s rap music for clown. Dude, some NWA. Is it The Chronic? Yeah, I heard you're moving to Colorado sometime soon. So, ayo, my buddy's gonna probably be your neighbor at some point. I don't know. I was telling one of my coworkers, or like last night at work, I was like, you know what? I really think that it's sad when the truth is known and cannot be said. Yeah, trust me, it's one of those weird things. Like, there is actually a gag order on vape companies and vape shops, and they can't really tell you that this is a healthier alternative to smoking. There is actually that. You have to quote the Royal College of Physicians and things like that. That's why I notice Grimm, actually, that's the way he gets around it. It's because he's quoting somebody else. It's not him saying it. Same goes for me. I'm quoting somebody else because that's all we can really do. And even sadder is that we have those studies here in the US. We don't even have to go to England for that shit. They've actually, all this shit has been buried so deep that it's even harder and harder to find with every passing day. But even here in the US, their numbers were at 98%, which is 3% higher than they had in the UK. And even they've been doing studies for air quality, whether secondhand vaping is a thing and this and that, and they've proven that it's not a thing. Secondhand vape is not a thing. All the cloud and all that shit that sits and lingers and all that will not affect you. They've done studies on where the air quality from inside a building with a bunch of people vaping is the same as going outside. So if that tells you anything, but all of this shit gets buried and it gets just hidden away and it gets ignored. I mean, even earlier this week, I was talking to LabWorks and he let me know about this doctor fuckhead who, let me see if I can find it. Here, give me a second. I need to find this because I need to quote the guy directly. Let me see. Here he is. All right, so this guy, his name is Anthony Fisher, MD, from I found this this was off of Twitter, and I actually went to his page, and this guy is got a full-on hard-on to get rid of vaping. But it said, this is what he put on this post, and it's from May 20th, 2019 at 4:47 p.m. So if you guys want to go and look this guy up and do that. His name is Anthony Fisher. His Twitter handle is T Fisher, and that's TFISCHER 78. This is what he posted. We need to approach the hashtag vaping epidemic like syphilis. It's a social transmitted disorder. Hashtag ATS 2019. He's comparing vaping to syphilis. What the fuck is wrong with this asshole? And I went through his Twitter, and a lot of it is just so anti-vaping. And any study that comes out that proves that vaping is safer than smoking, he tries to discredit completely without any evidence, without anything. It's one of the most ridiculous things. I don't get it. I personally do not get it. How can you as a doctor be so have such a huge heart on for trying to get rid of vaping? You as a doctor should actually look at the science and look at logic, but no. But then again, who's lining their pockets? That's all I gotta say. I like how I got a conversation started about Colorado and how much snow they're getting. I love that. I really do. I'm not being sarcastic or cynical at any point. I think that's amazing that you guys are kind of getting all gushy about Colorado. And honestly, AO, I would love to visit you at some point, bro. I know you wanted me to come out to that one vape show they had in, was it in Denver last year? I know I'm not that far from you because shit, it's like an 8-hour drive, which isn't the worst drive ever because hell, NVE would have been like a 22-hour drive if I would have driven there, which I heavily considered, but then my wife said no. Let me see. Give me a second here. I need a. There you go. Christmas in May must suck ass. It's not Christmas in May. It's just snowing. Unless you guys are getting presents, then that's nice. So yeah, let me see what else. I do have this one. Let me see. U.S. consumers want government to keep hands off innovation and support vaping. Again, Angela Garrity, she's on top of things. Forex TV is reporting a recent poll shows that U.S. consumers want government to keep their hands off innovation and support vaping. Cantor conducted an international poll of consumers in the UK, US, Canada, Germany. In this poll of the 4 countries, 8,166 adults were asked about their views on government policies and consumers' rights. Okay, I'll say this much. If you're going to run a poll, try to run at least a little bit over 10,000. Those are just my personal views on that kind of thing. If you're going to run a poll just to have like a solid number, run over 10,000. It just feels like a nice number that you can stand behind. Anything below that just feels a little bit weak and not enough room to like have anything. You know what I mean? Dude, November I might be going to San Antonio for Vape Dynasty. Me and my wife were talking about it, and that's one of those shows that isn't so hard for us because that's like a 4-hour drive. So I don't know. Maybe if I can convince her, we'll see. But for now, we're looking at Vape Dynasty, which I don't know. Maybe an NVE would actually probably be a little bit better. I don't know. How is that the Denver NVE? Let me know, because that's kind of that kind of plays into maybe where I would go. So let's see. The findings reflected Americans are aware of their freedom to choose and the benefits that follow from it. 3 out of 4 millennials think that the government should step back when it comes to regulating the sharing and digital economy. 77% of Americans believe that the government should avoid interviewing with these newer tech-enabled businesses like Uber, Airbnb, and Netflix. Where possible, to ensure the consumers have the greatest possible choice of service. The 18 to 44 age group are more likely to agree. 2/3 of people agree that they should have freedom of choice to buy e-cigarettes if they believe they are lower health risk to them than tobacco. 72% of Americans agree that in a democracy, the government should protect freedoms of choice for consumers. Younger age groups are more likely to agree that people should have a freedom of choice to buy e-cigarettes if they believe they are a lower health risk to them than tobacco. All right, so I mean, that just kind of gives you like a good outline of basically what people want and what they feel that it should be done. Oh, I know, Benji. I tried getting you on the vaping thing, but you just didn't. It didn't take, and I get it. And hey, maybe at some point you might. And that's like, again, it goes back to the whole thing of like, it goes back to the whole thing of freedoms. You as an adult male, as an adult human being, you are allowed to do whatever the fuck you want with yourself. It's one of those weird things of like, as long as you're not bringing major harm to yourself and things like that, I'm not going to argue with you. Let me see what I missed. Let me see. In that cotton wick, I see there's hemp and rayon. Yeah, they don't have rayon, dude. Ceramic and stainless steel looks like. I just googled that shit. Rayon would add a nice smoky flavor. Cause okay, yeah, and like I said, you're an adult. You're allowed to do whatever the hell you want, and it's one of those things. Um, and like for the most part with vaping, I'm not for the idea of just because you don't agree with a smoker, you try to like push it on them. I am one of those weird people. I'm not gonna push my belief structure or my ideologies on anybody. If you are curious and you want to ask me questions and even you want to know where to get started and things like that, I will more than gladly help you. But I am not going to push my ideologies on anybody. I am not one of those people. I don't like people like that. It's one of those weird things. Like, not to get all weird and stuff like that, but like my mother is a heavily religious person and I love her to death, but I don't like the fact that she tries to push religion on me. I am not a religious person. I don't follow that, and that's just kind of where I'm at. If you do good, that's awesome for you. That it's not for me, but if you do, hey, that's good for you. I appreciate that you found something that brings you peace in your life. That's just really what it boils down to. So, and I apply just who I am to everything. If you're a smoker, I don't care for the judgment on the fact that I vape, but at the same time, I'm not going to bash you for being a smoker. And, it's one of those weird things of like just being an adult allows you to do whatever you want. But, a lot of like places are trying to really take that away from us, letting us do what we want. I mean, I am not for government taking over my lifestyle. Just let me live my life and get the hell out of my way, honestly. I understand a basic set of rules, which is fine because that's within reason. If you murder somebody, you're going to go to prison. Fuck it. That's on you. I mean, that's just not right. But if I'm just like wanting to vape, let me fucking vape, Yeah, she does. Dude, she does that every time I go over. And I appreciate her for it. She is so Hispanic. Oh, trust me, Mike. Me and Nick Garrity actually talked about this a while back of like how easily we bend over nowadays on laws that get put on us and things like that. But we are a country that started a war over a 2% tax. Like, if you really think about it, how the fuck did we become so fucking just, stagnant or so comfortable with bullshit? I don't get it. It pisses me the fuck off. Yeah, Benji, I agree with you, bro. If you want to do that to yourself, let you do that to yourself. It is expensive, though. I looked into it years ago, and that is expensive. It ain't cheap. All right, so it's one of those weird things of like if you, and I'm repeating myself at this point, but if you live in this country, you should be able to, if you're gonna be treated like an adult, you should be able to act like an adult. I could give you that, but yeah, nah. Let me see. I don't know. I was gonna read a couple more articles, but we're coming to like 49 minutes here, and honestly, I'm kind of getting like a little agitated and aggravated and just very fuck these assholes. Yeah, Ohio Tobacco 21. There it is. I actually had the article pulled up, and I don't know if you guys have seen, but they are. A lot of states are starting to sue Juul, so they're making a martyr out of them, and they're making an example. So don't be surprised if the rest of us get taken down with them. And as far as that company goes, I just don't agree with them. I don't care for them anymore. Never did to begin with, but I just see things heading in a bad way because Juul has been very compliant this whole time. But then again, you got to keep in mind, Juul is not actually a vaping company. Pax Labs is not a vaping company. They just make products. They're not really a vaping company. Like, they make stuff for flour and things like that. That's where they actually make their real money. Because if you were to look into all the products that Pax Labs make, Juul is like a very, very small portion of that. Everything else they make is where they make their real money. I'm going to start a vape church. No, okay, Ben. And here's the thing, Ben. It's not even big tobacco that's losing cash because they've actually been buying into vape companies. So they're kind of getting onto the vape train. It's actually big pharma, dude. I know, like, I haven't talked to you in a while about all this kind of thing, but it's big pharma. Pharmaceutical companies are losing more money than anybody else. They've posted losses over the last couple of years, and it's because people don't want to buy Chantix. They don't want to buy the patch. They don't want to buy gums. They don't want to buy the inhalers because they're finding vaping, and vaping actually is working better for them. I haven't really had a cigarette in about, like, in this coming August, it'll be about 4 years. And to me, that it's one of those things of, like, I know that this has helped me stay off cigarettes. And even then, my nicotine intake has gone down. Because when I started vaping, I was at 24 milligram, and now I'm at 3. And I've even, like, thrown into my rotation a couple of zeros here and there just because I've gotten a hold of them. So it's one of those weird things. Let me see. If hookah can be pulled out of regulation for religious reasons, then boom, vape church. There you go. Let's fight and punch them all in the dick. Dude, if we could, we would. Like I said, we started a war over a 2% tax raise, but now we get all these laws thrown at us, and most of us are very compliant and don't fucking even blink at this shit. Let me see. Yeah, okay, I'm good to go. All right, guys. I'm gonna call it a day here. I had a great time. Hopefully, everybody else did, and all that kind of thing. Let me see, because vaping works better. This June will make it my 4-year vape anniversary. There you go, bro. Stu Rep. And I mean, there's a lot of people that just have all that situation going where they actually know that they got off of cigarettes due to vaping, and they were able to quit, stay off of it. And some people have actually gone towards zeros and have been vaping zeros for a while now. I know, like, Nick Bissett is one of those people that he's actually moved on to zeros, and he's been doing that for a while. And he's still vaping because he needs that mouth, like that hand to mouth and all that kind of situation. But the nicotine is out of the equation. And that's one of those things where people don't really they don't want to put that whole correlation together of, we're trying to reduce the nicotine intake and eventually get off. And I know, I'm trying to remember what show it was. I don't know if it was the Green Room or something like that, but they were talking about, you know, if somebody quits smoking due to vaping and eventually quits vaping altogether and they're able to get off of it, you know what? Congratulate them, because that in the end is the ultimate goal, is to quit altogether. Not be dependent on any of these things. So, you know, it's one of those things of, like, people forget that that's the reason why we do this. Like, I see myself as somebody that even if I'm on zeros, I will probably vape till the day I die. But at the same time, it's reducing that nicotine. I mean, me and my wife, you guys see her on there. We've talked about this heavily, and she knows me very well. She knows where I come from and why I do the things I do. So it just kind of falls into all that. So yeah, check out clownvapes.com for any and all products I have on there. Pick up some clown coils, some Mr. J's vapor solution, which I thought I had a bottle in front of me, but I obviously do not. Oh no, here it is. That's some super cereal right there. So if you guys want to try out some of the juice I make, head on over there. And, you know, if you guys are part of the Clown Crew or the Vaping with the Ohmies group, there is a special discount code for you guys there. And I don't know, I've been saying this a lot in the last couple of weeks, but I probably should, like, pimp myself out a little bit more in this sense of, if you guys would be interested in helping out the channel, I do have a Patreon page. It is patreon.com/clownvapes. And you guys can head on over there and, give a brother a little support. Because honestly, like, I picked up some people as Patreons and I appreciate everybody. And I keep forgetting to get at least like a little like thing I can post over my head for the vlogs. I know I'm going to do it during one of the videos, but this coming week. But what they have been helping out with will actually help me grow the channel quite a bit more, because it lets me buy products that I can review. It lets me buy products for other things that I can use. Like right now, I'm actually looking at maybe getting a secondary camera so I can do different type of things, where I could do like a dual camera view and that kind of situation. Pimping clown, yes. 3 milligram is the highest nic level I'm vaping. Yeah, I get you, dude. Like, I can't. I know, like, Mike does 6s, and I'm like, bro, I can't. I haven't been able to do that in forever. So it just turns into one of those things. So yeah, Vaping with the Ohmies over at the Vaping with the Ohmies channel. Go check us out, and all that kind of thing. Seriously, I think the show is getting better and better with every passing week, and me and James have even been talking about some things for upcoming shows and things like that, and us and the guys always talk about everything we got going on. And yeah, so then we got Wolf Bite over on Vape Radio, noon on Saturdays and 9 p.m. Central Standard Time on Sundays, and replays on SoundCloud. And on every Thursday I've been posting the videos for like the shows. It's a little bit behind, but you at least get to see our goofy faces and all that kind of thing. And I've noticed we've gotten more and more animated over the shows, and opposed to like the first couple of shows that I posted, because we started more acclimating to the idea of this is going to go on YouTube. Before, we were just kind of playing on our phones like, yeah, that's messed up, bro. Yeah. We did all that kind of shit. All right, so as always, guys, thank you for joining me, and I appreciate you for stopping by, and it's been a fun stream. And yeah, so thank you, and as always, mix on, vape on.